Welcome learners to this mini lecture, which corresponds with pages 182 to 185 of Lewis Mumford's Technics and Civilization. It is titled The Doctrine of Progress. This 18th century notion of progress was founded on the belief that things would keep getting better and better. And if you think about it, they have. Even though miners and industrial workers face dangerous conditions still today, the conditions are improved to an incredible degree. Conditions like pay, hours, compensation. If we look at quality of life, even during the Paleotechnic phase from 1750 to about 1900, as this middle class of engineers and doctors and lawyers developed, the middle class and the upper class, they had living conditions that were without parallel in history. Mumford points out that the university student had more mathematical knowledge than Euclid, and that the middle class person had more wealth than Charlemagne. And so I think those are important points to keep in mind that as we look at this doctrine of progress. As this doctrine took hold, value was determined by time, by where something occurred in history. To be modern was to be valuable. To be old-fashioned was to lack value. For progress to occur, man had to quickly destroy all elements that are unprogressive to make way for the new. It was progress, really for progress's sake, with no real plan or notion of how to use this progress for the good of the masses. This progress was definitely used for the good of a few. And Mumford makes this following quote: "Life was judged by the extent to which it ministered to progress. Progress was not judged by the extent to which it ministered to life." I think that's an interesting quote, an interesting concept, because as we look at value being determined by time, I think you could disagree, but I think that we still have a little bit of that today. To be modern has value, and to be old-fashioned in certain ways lacks value. So some interesting points here. I'm going to give you a chance to make some commentary on that on our threaded discussion activity for this learning session also. So to just summarize here on your assignments, make sure to complete the activity on the generating and testing hypotheses threaded discussion board. I think that's going to be an interesting one. Also, make sure to complete the essay question corresponding with this mini lecture in the Learning Session 5 Assessments folder. At this time, I'd like to thank you for watching this mini lecture.